To one other very fast call here. We're going to go now over to the state of Texas. Hi, Scott. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm getting by. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
You're very welcome. How may we help you today, my friend?
So just a little bit of background. My wife had started to pull away from me about a year and a half ago and stopped wearing her ring and didn't want to kiss or, hug and those kinds of things. And when I asked about it, I would always get some kind of answer. And I didn't really realize what was going on. This past November, she told me she wants to separate. And I was devastated, obviously. I've come to find out since then that she's been having an affair, and I made all the classic mistakes. Before I found you all, I did the begging and the pleading, and let's go to marriage counseling. We picked a terrible marriage counselor, and so I've been watching your videos. I've been working with Rusty and trying to get my wife to come to Nashville, and so far she just shut me down on that. I've asked a couple of times. So I'm trying to figure out, before I stopped snooping on the phone, I'd found out about the affair that way, and also she filed for a divorce before even telling me any of this was going on. So I've been playing catch up, but I'm trying to determine whether this affair is purely sexual or whether she's in limerence. There's evidence of both, and I'm trying to determine, I guess, which one and whether that matters. The text that I saw would indicate that a lot of times she would reach out to him and see if he was busy or whatever, and sometimes he would say, yeah, come over, or sometimes he would say, no, my daughter's here, or even, I can't do it today, I'm getting a haircut. And there's never been any, like, I love you, or I can't wait to be together, or anything like that.
So it sounds sexual, doesn't it?
But then a lot of her behaviors are also, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then a lot of her behaviors are also sort of like what I heard you say in your podcast about limerence, where she's rewriting history and telling me she never loved me, and
Scott, understand that she could be in limerence and he may not be. That happens. Sometimes you have one person who is in limerence and the other person just taking advantage of the situation. And so there is a possibility that she could be in limerence, but he's not, and he's just taking advantage of what he can take advantage of here. Would any of that change what you do, knowing that one way or the other?
That's what I'm kind of wondering, like, should it matter? And the reason I'm asking is because she has not admitted this to me. She is. I've asked her if there was someone else, and she said no. And I've caught her in several lies. My daughter also asked her if there was someone else, and she also told my daughter no. Now, I can understand her not wanting to come clean with that.
Yeah.
I recently tried I've been working with Rusty, and I've been working with Vinny as my coach, and they kind of gave me some pointers about how to try to ask her to come to Nashville to be with you all, and just did that. Had a business trip last week, and I had asked her, and she seemed like she was open to the possibility. But then when I got home, not only have we not talked about it, but all I got was really a note from my lawyer. I had the lawyer up based on, what she was doing.
I understand.
And all I got was, she is still set against reconciliation, and we need to move this divorce forward. Her thing is she just wants to move this divorce forward as soon as possible. And even though it's obviously detrimental to the kids and it's detrimental to our financial situation, she doesn't care. That leads me to believe that it might be limerence, because she's not really being rational about
it. Could be. But when it comes down to it, my friend, Scott, it really is the same. You would be doing the same things whether she's in limerence or not. If you, obviously, you still love this woman, right?
I definitely do.
Yeah. And I understand that you want to make this marriage work, and we're on your side. We would love to help you do that if we can. But in the situation that you're in, it's the same thing, the same steps you would do, whether it was just sexual or whether it's limerence, which means that because you cannot change her, you can only change you. And that's why we talk about the pies in a safe place.
Absolutely.
I thought you were going to say something here.
I know. I didn't know you want. And yes, I mean, I agree. It doesn't change what you do. I mean, when time comes for reconciliation and different things like that, it might make a little bit of a difference, but right now, it doesn't.
Right now. And if you want to know more about pies, you have done a few videos on the pies, the physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual. That's what pies are.
Yes.
And if you go to youtube.com/marriage helper.
And subscribe.
That way you'll know, because we put 2 or 3 new videos a week over there,
yeah,
right?
We do.
And there's over 300 videos on that site right now.
Yeah.
Now, it's not the same as coming to our workshop. And Scott, I really do hope that at some point she chooses to come with you. We'd love to meet you and love to meet her. But for all the rest of you guys out there, and Scott as well, there's a lot of videos, over 300, adding about 3 a week. And if you subscribe, you can know about all of those things.